Good morning, everyone. Welcome to THG News today on THG Network. My name is Mervyn Henley. We're programming for Wednesday, 22nd of May. Trust that you had yourselves a wonderful night's rest. The news, of course, this morning is powered by Colin Suns on St. Maarten with 2 locations on the island, in Phillipsburg on the Pondville and in Coal Bay. If this is your first time with us, we thank you for joining us this morning, and we ask and encourage you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. In this way, you're kept abreast in what's happening around the Caribbean and in the diaspora. We continue to follow details out of St. Maarten with the political fallout as far as the government is concerned. And I have something here from the Daily Herald. The Mercelina Cabinet has invoked Article 59 of the Constitution to dissolve the Parliament of St. Maarten and call snap elections. The decision was made in reaction to the governing coalition losing its support on Monday when Member of Parliament Kevin Mingret pulled his support and signed a new coalition agreement with the National Alliance and the United People's Party. The snap election on St. Maarten is expected to be approximately 500,000 guilders, and according to Mercelina, the outgoing Prime Minister, I am convinced that by upcoming elections, the people will have a firm standpoint about what they want for the future of their country, and to do what I have invoked yesterday, Article 59 of the Constitution of the country St. Maarten, and I have sent Article 59 in a decree to the governor for ratification for us to be able to dissolve Parliament and for us to be able to organize a snap election as soon as possible for country St. Maarten. Mercelina told reporters at a press conference on Tuesday that where all ministers provided a state of affairs of their respective ministries. Asked by a member of the media whether the governor is prepared to sign the decree, Mercelina responded affirmatively, yes, the governor is ready. Well, up to this morning, we have not heard from the governor. We have not seen a statement from the governor on whether he will go along or sign this decree as far as snap election on St. Maarten. The easiest and better way and cheapest way to do this will be for the coalition that is now there between the National Alliance, the United People's Party, and the gentleman that is now independent. That will be the quickest and less costly way. But the Prime Minister right now, he's saying, no, let's go to the polls. And when he was asked by the Daily Herald, why call elections when there is a new majority in Parliament, and given that the country is cash-strapped at this time, he said it is choosing between 2 bad things. If you're talking about a bankrupt country and you're talking about the price tag for elections, I had 2 choices. Give the country back to a government that has severely depleted the coffers of this country, or pay a price to get back a great government to move forward this country. So the price that I am going to pay for this election is going to be much else than giving the former government again 4 years to govern this country. That is a decision that I made. So that's his decision. That's his take. So we'll hear what's going on. I'm sure we're going to have developing stories today from the governor's office and from different political parties on St. Maarten. And so, for now at least, it appears that the people will go back to the polls, and guess what? They're going to go back to the polls, and they're going to vote how they're voting right now. And I am sure that a part of that, you will have the National Alliance, and you will have the Up Party and somebody else. Or maybe it's just the National Alliance party forming the next government. That is my prediction. Something just came across the wire that the governor of St. Maarten, he said that he has received the decree from the Prime Minister Mercelina, but he has also received an accord from the Great Eight. That's the folks who have now formed a potential coalition for St. Maarten, and he is in consultation. So we see now that the governor is saying that, hey, wait a minute, I'm not sure about an election yet. Let me consult, let me see, let me figure this out. And then I will report to the people of St. Maarten. And also in this decree, and what I'm seeing here across the wire this morning, is that the election, the proposed date for an election on St. Maarten is July 18th. So are we going to go to the polls, St. Martin's, on July 18th, or would the coalition be formed without an election? So this is very interesting news coming into THG News today. We move on now to news out of Jamaica. Opposition leader Mark Golding is facing calls to renounce his British citizenship as a demonstration of his firm commitment to Jamaica and to avoid any conflict of interest if he were to become prime minister. After a week of criticisms from members of the Jamaica Labour Party for possessing dual citizenship, Golding on Sunday acknowledged to the Jamaica Gleaner that he is indeed a British citizen and insisted that there were no legal grounds to require him to relinquish his status. He alluded to Section 39A of the Constitution, outlines that any person who at the date of his appointment or nomination for election can serve in Parliament as long as he or she is a Commonwealth citizen of the age of 21 years and upwards. The B clause of that section further states that an individual who has been ordinarily resident in Jamaica for the immediate preceding 12 months shall be qualified to be appointed as a senator or elected as a member of the House of Representatives, and no other person shall be so qualified. But while agreeing with Golden that it is not illegal for him to have British citizenship and serve in the Jamaican Parliament, political commentator Jermaine Barrett argued that the opposition leader has a moral responsibility to relinquish his status as a United Kingdom citizen. I think it would be best for him to showcase firm commitment to the Jamaican nation state as a potential prime minister by renouncing his British citizenship. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, speaking to one of the morning shows there, labeled as untenable and incurable the idea that the leader of the country should hold citizenship of any other country. Golden, you don't want this. Just, it's a distraction. You are already a multi-millionaire. You're vying to become Jamaican Prime Minister. There's a big chance that your party will win the next election. You don't need this distraction. I mean, come on, you just give it up. You're already a citizen of Jamaica. Just give up the thing, man. And finally, in our news this morning, a Singapore Airlines flight hit severe turbulence over the Indian Ocean and descended 6,000 feet in about 3 minutes, the airline said on Tuesday. A British man died of heart attack. Dozens of passengers were injured, some severely. The Boeing 77 flight from London's Heathrow Airport to Singapore with 211 passengers and 18 crew members aboard was diverted and landed in stormy weather in Bangkok. And some of the passengers on the flight, they spoke about exactly what happened. The seatbelt sign was illuminated, but crew members didn't have time to take their seats. So every single cabin crew person was injured in some way or the other. Of course, one other passenger countered the event by saying that the sudden descent occurred as passengers were being served food and everything just went whoosh. That is why it is very important, no matter what you're doing on an aircraft, please keep your seatbelts fastened. Keep your seatbelts fastened. Always. Yeah? And by the way, yes, turbulence happens. This guy, he died of a heart attack. But from research and all of that, turbulence can't just knock a plane out of the air. Okay? So that doesn't mean that traveling is not safe. Turbulence cannot just knock a plane out of the air, no matter how dangerous it becomes. Yes, you'll plunge thousands of feet. That cannot be a great feeling at all. But just so you know that. Flying, it's safe. A matter of fact, I prefer to fly to be up in the skies all day. It is safer up there than being on the ground. Believe it or not. Do your research and you'll agree with me. That is our news this morning. And I ask of you to join me again tomorrow morning, God's willing, at 6 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time for a similar presentation. My name is Mervyn Hanley. Have a wonderful day.
Colin Suns have been serving the people of St. Maarten for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Colin Suns for simply the best. There are 2 locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Colin Suns. Our staff We are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colby location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Colin Suns Bakery. We are here to serve you. Nevis, satisfy your sweet tooth at Fezes, the cozy spot in Charlestown, known for its mouth-watering ice cream and dal parade. We are open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come in and sample our patties, sandwiches, air-fried wings with fries, hot dogs, rotis, and now our famous smoothies, in all flavors of course. And don't forget to try the famous bus-up shut and saltfish. It's Fezes, located at the entrance to the Cotton Jewelry Mall in Charlestown, Nevis. They are also available by phone, so place your order by calling 1-869-665-2458. Don't ask about the rest, just try the best.